came, we saw, we kicked its ass. Sorry, I got a little excited. I'm here to review this Ghostbusters Blu-ray edition. The original 84? Hell, I don't know. I can't find it on here. On the Steelbook, it's not very descriptive. Yeah. So, if you're watching this video, I take it that you've seen my unboxings of the Ghostbusters Steelbook and the Ghostbusters 2 Steelbook. If not, check those videos out. This is Destination Station, your #1 station in the nation. My name is Destin. Subscribe to this channel. Like, share it. Do whatever the hell you want to do with it. I want to talk to you guys about this Ghostbusters. They got the upcoming movie coming out with the all-female cast. I promised you guys that I would review these two. I haven't seen them in a long time. I just got done watching this one. And let me say that it's still a classic. It's still awesome. The characters, Ivan Reitman did a terrific work with this movie, and Dan Aykroyd was one of the writers as well. And yeah, this movie it's so nostalgic for me. It brings back my childhood memories. Now, my son loves the Ghostbusters movies. I mean, they're classics. I mean, you just cannot watch these movies and not enjoy them. They're just fun, family friendly, just good entertainment. And this movie was really well. It's dated, so I don't know if today, like, some people will probably criticize it, but hey, for what it was back in the day, they wanted to make it a more serious horror movie from what I read. And one of the Ghostbusters, the guy who plays Ernie Hudson, they wanted Eddie Murphy to do it, but he turned it down for Beverly Hills Cop 1, that came out the same year. And, you know, he got a franchise out of that, and he could have got a franchise out of this, but there is more Beverly Hills Cop movies. So maybe he made the right decision, but it would have been awesome to see him in Ghostbusters. Once he dropped the role of, what's his, Winston, I think, is the Ghostbusters name that Ernie Hudson plays. They decided to cut him out of the first part of the movie because he was supposed to be in the movie all the way. And then once they replaced Eddie Murphy with Ernie Hudson, they said we'll just pick him up somewhere in the middle of the film. So yeah, and I think John Belushi was supposed to play one before he passed away, or James. I get them two mixed up. James Belushi or John Belushi. But yeah, and then John Candy was supposed to play Rick Moranis' character. I forget his name. Damn it. But yeah, John Candy wanted it to be a certain type of role. He wanted him to be like this more sophisticated neighbor with these two dogs, and just like more of a creepy type neighbor instead of goofy like Rick Moranis was. But I think, you know, it would have been nice to see John Candy in this movie. I mean, rest in peace. But Rick Moranis just every time that he is on screen, I couldn't quit laughing just because I miss watching his movies. Like, I want to get like a lot of Rick Moranis. I know he's retired from acting now, but man, this movie, him playing in Spaceballs as Dark Helmet, classic. It makes me want to go back and just watch a lot of his movies. So anyways, this movie takes place. It's like an origin story. They're. If you haven't seen this movie, I'm not gonna get very descriptive in it. The Blu-ray format for it is a little grainy at first, but it does. About 20 minutes into the movie, I saw a more clarity picture. I don't know if my eyes just adjusted to the I wouldn't say shit quality of the picture, but it does seem like it clears up a little bit, because the first 15-20 minutes is very grainy. And but you know, overall it looked good on Blu-ray. I'm glad I got these. I added these to my collection. It's something that I haven't had, and yeah, still stands up for today. I don't know how the new Ghostbusters movie is going to top this, because this cast is awesome. And I know the cast that they got, which is all female cast, which is totally different. I know they got good chemistry too with bridesmaids and stuff like that, but just this movie just hit all the right spots. I mean, if you read about what they went through of trying to put this movie together, they went through so much crap, and they had to go through so many different rewrites and everything. And get this movie. Get this movie, okay? I know this isn't the best review in the world for a movie like this, but basically they just start off, they're scientists, and they seem like they're kind of like scam artists at first, especially Bill Murray's character. He's not very believable or anything, and then they're about to hit rock bottom, and I guess about to close doors or something. They're all broke, and the next thing you know, boom, Sigourney Weaver calls, and they have some type of phenomenon going on in her house, and the gatekeeper and the keymaster and all that was all classic. But yeah, special effects obviously is outdated for the year that this came out in, but this is just a movie that you can throw in and enjoy, and I don't know what else to really say about this movie. They all Bill Murray is the one that steals the show, and Harold Ramis, I think he helped write some of this movie, and he wasn't even going to be in it. I think his character was going to be somebody else as well, but last minute he decided to take the part. I guess he felt like he was the best choice for the part. I'm sure he wrote his own character, but yeah, the library scene that's on the front of this, that's at the beginning, awesome. Slimer, seeing him on screen, they kind of tweak him a little bit for Ghostbusters 2. I see that, they, I guess with a little bit more budget or whatever, they wanted to keep him in as a fan favorite, and yeah, I prefer this movie over the second one for sure. They're both good. I remember 2 more than I did 1, to be honest. I guess I watched 2 more whenever I was a kid. Maybe it came out closer to the time, This was made right before I was born. I'm an 86 baby. And so yeah, I give this movie a 9 out of 10 for nostalgic reasons. Now, if I was watching this now and I was a new viewer on it and I had no relation to this movie whatsoever, I had no feelings, anything, I didn't know anything about Ghostbusters, I would put it at an average rating, because some people might not get the humor. Maybe because I grew up with these actors and these characters, maybe I understand the humor a little bit more, because humor today is not the same as it was 25 to 30 years ago, or even 35 years ago. So, you just got to appreciate humor that's in this. Yeah, this is a great film. Great film. I'm glad I got the Steelbook. This was just released this past Tuesday. Get it, guys. Get it. Add it to your collection. If you don't already have it, add it to your collection, because these babies are going to always be a classic. Now, I'm going to review Ghostbusters 2 as well, and then after that, once the new theatrical film comes out, the reboot or remake, whatever, the original cast is supposed to be in there. I know they got Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, which Harold Ramis has passed away, rest in peace. I don't know who else. It would have been awesome to try to get Rick Moranis in it, but like I said, he's retired from acting. He's not going to be in it. But I hope they do it. I hope they do it right. I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not going to go into the movie with too many high expectations. So we'll just see. We'll just see what happens. I'm sure it's going to be funny. I give it that. I'm sure it's going to be funny. But is it going to have the same chemistry and the same feel as the originals? It's going to be hard to pull that off. But Paul Feig, who's I think he's writing and directing it, it's in good hands. So let's just hope for the best. His past work, Spy, Bridesmaids, what other films does he does? He just does good with female cast. So let's see if he can pull this off. So, yep, that's my review. I don't give a shit what you think. Actually, I do. I take that back. I care. But like this channel, subscribe to this shit, and this is Destination Station, your #1 station in the nation. My name is Destin. Come back here for more reviews, more unboxings, and I'll see you next time, or whatever, if you decide to come back. Holla.